All right. So here's one that makes my blood boil. Intake does their job. They qualify the lead. The claimant is hesitant, so the intake specialist tries to warm transfer to an attorney. But what happens next is what crushes me. A lawyer's not available. So the caller is told, someone from our team will give you a call back. And guess what? We lose the case. One unavailable lawyer can cost your firm 6 or 7 figures in revenue. That's literally throwing money away. Every time an attorney is unavailable for a warm transfer, the firm is bleeding money. Welcome to the Intake Playbook, the podcast where we transform your law firm's intake process into a secret weapon. I'm your host, Gary Falkowitz, and I've spent more than a decade helping law firms across the country maximize their intake performance. If you want to stop leaving cases on the table, create a better client experience, and grow your revenue, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. All right, so here's one that makes my blood boil. Intake does their job. They qualify the lead. The claimant is hesitant, so the intake specialist tries to warm transfer to an attorney. So far, so great, by the way. But what happens next is what crushes me. A lawyer's not available. So the caller is told, someone from our team will give you a call back. And guess what? We lose the case. No surprise. And please don't tell me that this is an aberration. This happens so much more often than you can imagine. And let me be very clear here. One unavailable lawyer can cost your firm 6 or 7 figures in revenue. I've seen it happen far too many times. Just recently, I was reviewing calls from a law firm that I consult with. And in only 1 week, I saw the same note 3 different times. The intake specialist wrote in the note section of the CRM, tried to warm transfer to attorney because lead was qualified. Attorney was on the other line, told the caller someone would call them back shortly. Now, let's give credit to the intake representative because they documented it perfectly. They did their job. They found the qualified lead. They spoke with them. They tried to escalate it, but because the lawyer was unavailable and because the system didn't give a real option, the lead was lost. Think about that for a second. A potentially valuable lead gone. Not because intake messed up, not because there was a delay, not because we said something wrong, not because the lead wasn't good, but because we didn't have the right person ready at the right moment. That's not just a miss. That's literally throwing money away. But here are some things you need to build into your firm if you want to stop losing cases this way. Number 1, create a real-time escalation grid. Everyone should know at any moment who is on deck to take warm transfers. Publish it, update it, make it visible everywhere. No guessing and no scrambling. And yes, what I'm telling you now does get adopted by the best law firms in our country and does get discussed in my masterclass. Number 2, have backups in place. Don't hinge your whole system on one attorney being available. If attorney A is busy, then we try attorney B or C, and they should be prepared to step in immediately. There are so many firms I work with where the partner of the firm, the named partner, the person that is on TV, tells their intake team, if you can't find an attorney and you have a qualified lead, here is my cell phone number. Here's my direct line. You come and get me. And that's the mentality that we need to adopt to win. Number 3, build a non-negotiable culture. Everyone in your firm, attorneys, paralegals, support staff, they all need to understand if intake calls with a qualified lead, you do not decline that chance. If intake calls with a qualified lead, you do not decline that transfer. You drop what you're doing and you take the call. That's firm revenue right there. That's the lifeblood of our firm. That's someone's future case. We do not pass it off and we do not reject that call. Number 4, set SLAs for attorney response. Just like we set speed to lead standards for intake, set standards for your attorneys. How fast should they pick up? How quickly should they respond to escalation requests? What their goal on the call is. Write it down. Measure it. Hold people. Yes, even your attorneys, accountable to the process. And number 5, think team first, not individual first. Intake and attorneys are not separate silos. If intake is ringing you, it's not just another phone call from intake. It's a teammate putting money on the table, and the whole firm has to buy into that mindset. So here's the takeaway. Every time an attorney is unavailable for a warm transfer, the firm is bleeding money. You might not feel it immediately. You might not even notice it. It may not even show up in your reports. But those cases, they're slipping away, and your competitors are grabbing them. I guarantee it. I see it all the time on both sides. I see it from law firms who lose it, and I see it from law firms who gain that new lead. So build the system, build a culture, make warm transfers to an attorney a non-negotiable priority when necessary, and make sure your attorneys know their potential role, even at intake. Because when you do, you'll stop throwing money away, and you'll start winning the cases that your firm deserves to win. Thank you for listening to the Intake Playbook Podcast. If this episode sparked a new idea or insight, take a moment to screenshot it and post it in the Intake Playbook group on Facebook. Share what resonated with you or what you'd like me to dive into next. Your input helps shape this podcast, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me ask you this. Is your intake process maximizing every opportunity? If not, I created the Intake Masterclass to help. Inside, you'll get access to the tools and strategies I've used to help firms transform their intake process and turn missed opportunities into measurable wins. Plus, you'll join a network of professionals all focused on growing their firms. The ROI you'll see from refining your intake will speak for itself. Visit intakeplaybook.com today and start making every lead count. Thank you again for spending your time with me on the Intake Playbook Podcast. Remember, intake isn't just about systems. It's about building trust and creating connections. Keep pushing forward. And if you're looking for more resources or details from today's episode, check out the show notes at intakeplaybook.com. I'll see you there.